will just do a couple of quick introductions. I'm Smarty. I'm the co-founder of Smarty.marketing. We are a boutique marketing SEO agency that treats every customer in a unique way. We don't scale, and I'm personally doing all the SEO roadmaps for every client. So, glad you join us. And April is our community manager, social media manager, director. We don't have the fancy positions yet because we just started, but she has been with us from day one. Thank you for that, April.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a roller coaster, and it's been really fun, and rewarding, and we're learning a lot as we go too.
Yes, we're learning a lot. We're trying new things, but we've been together for about 10 years, even though our company is so new. So we do have all the experience and all the processes that we have been working on and fine tuning for many years now. So, it's not like we're new, it's just a new company that we have. And that is exciting time for us to learn new things, how to find our clients, how to help, how to best approach every client. So it has been so much fun. And today we are talking about our very special product. We've been working to make it perfect, to fine tune it, to understand how everything works and make sure it works great. This is our linkable asset promotion and marketing, infographic, mostly promotion. I will explain why we stick with infographics for so many years in a few minutes. But basically, it's creating great content, great visualizations, very data driven, and getting people linked to that. I believe I've been building links for about 20 years now and been doing that in many different ways, watching other people doing that, watching how other agencies approach that. Any other tactic, a link building tactic that has been around for those 20 years is pretty much gone at this point because they were scaled to the point where no longer effective. They are pretty much a waste of money and time. So the only thing that has remained to us and that has survived all the changes that marketing has brought to us and the industry has brought to us is creating great content that gets links. It's the only thing that has survived all the Google updates, all the penalties, all the changes that Google has been doing. And it's the only way to build links that are effective and move the needle. I mean, there are other link building tactics that are encouraged, like getting interviewed, getting your brand out there into the communities and getting known, but they are still not as effective as creating great content and getting editorial links. So this is the most important tactic that you need for your business, is knowing which type of content to create and how to distribute it the way that it gets links. And we've been doing that for 10 years. So we know we've been working with all kinds of businesses and all kinds of industries, small, huge, boring, exciting, all the industries that you can think of. We've been doing that for. So we know exactly what works and how to approach that. And I did a quick newsletter yesterday on LinkedIn. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, this is LinkedIn and Smarty. You will scroll down, find the newsletter there, and it describes the process that we have been working on for so many years. It's not about scaling. It's huge work for every project that we create, but the way we've been doing it has proven to be very effective for getting links and getting traffic and ultimately helping the whole site to be treated as the knowledge hub, as the subject matter expert, as topical authority, or however you call it. Those types of projects, especially if you do them on a regular basis, they help Google treat your site in a special way that makes it more consistently ranking in Google without much of an impact from just about any update, because Google starts treating you as someone who has proven to create something linkable, shareable, discussable on a regular basis. So just a few highlights from my newsletter on how we do that before April and I will share some popular questions that we get from leads, from customers, from other people, from other agencies, and discuss those questions in just a few minutes. So I'll describe our process first. So the most important thing is to find an idea, and that idea should be unique. And I know everyone would say at this point, everything has already been written and half of that has already been visualized. How do you come up with something that's unique? There are two approaches to that. First, you use public data. Like I said, our assets are always very data driven. We use data to visualize and tell a story. So when you use public data, what you're looking for is not to simply visualize it. There are even tools that can do that. You cannot surprise anyone with just visualization. You need to tell a story. And coming up with that story takes a lot of brainstorming and a lot of experience, but that's important. So one example that I gave in the newsletter, let's say we want to visualize how much more expensive real estate has become in the United States. And there is data for that publicly available, so anyone can do that. So there's no point in just visualizing that trend. No one knows already that houses have gotten more expensive. So instead of taking that obvious angle, our angle could be how much smaller a house has become in every state of the United States in the past 5 years for the same amount of money. So that's really an angle that no one else has covered yet. It's unique and it's eye-catching enough for people to want to link to it. So that's one of the ways to approach it: get public data and find an angle that no one was looking at it yet. The other way is to collect your own data. There are several ways to do that, and we work with clients on every method that I'm listing. First of all, you can just go to your peers, to your friends, to your audience on LinkedIn, to your social media following, and ask them to complete your survey. It's free. It takes a lot of time, a lot of reaching out to people, but it's free. So you can use free Google Forms for that, create a survey, collect data. The most important thing is to collect a lot of data. You cannot build up your research on like 100 survey participants. You need at least 1,000, and that should be spread around the way that it can be a research. It can be a study, not just a few votes. You can go to your customer base and newsletter to your past customers. This is a good way to also re-engage them and remind them of your brand and maybe even get more sales from them. So there's always a good idea to reach out to your past customers and collect some data from there. Ask them to fill in the survey for example, in exchange for a coupon or deal or some exclusive discount. Again, on many levels, that's a useful activity. You may want to do it either way on a regular basis to better understand your customer base, to re-engage them, to activate passive customers who never bought anything but had something on their cards. So it's always a great idea. And the third way to do that is to invest in social media ads. On Facebook, you can select exactly which type of audience you want to click and respond to your questions. That's an investment. Unlike the other two methods are pretty much free. This one does require an investment, but in many ways, in many cases, it's the only way to go because the business can be new and they might not have a lot of customers to submit this survey. So it's an option as well. This is how we approach them. Two ways to collect data. Now, whichever method we take, the third step is always to create a great visual asset. And why we visualize it, why we do not use reports, PDF downloads, or even videos, because images have many more discovery channels than any other form of content. They rank in Google in as image packs. They rank in image search. They can be discovered from social media like Pinterest that also ranks in Google. So anytime some relevant keyword is being typed in search, there is a big chance our image will catch an eye because it's very well done. So it's discoverable that way as well. And speaking of Google search, that's the next step. Once you have an idea and an angle and a story and data, before even you visualize it, you use SEO data to validate it. And this step is important because we want our clients' assets to rank in Google. Because bloggers, reporters, any researchers, teachers, even who research some kind of a topic, they use Google to find statistics, to find interesting stories, to find data, to find cool images to use in their articles. And that's where the links, once your visual asset starts ranking in Google, that's where all the links are going to be coming without you doing anything. Once you rank that asset in Google, that's link building without you. You just sit back and see those links flowing. So our goal, one of our goals, is always to rank every asset in Google for some searchable query. So it should be some search volume behind the keyword that you're optimizing for, and have hopes that it will be discoverable by search and keep getting you some cool editorial links. So once you validate your idea using SEO data, you visualize that data, you create something beautiful, something that is interesting to look at and catches an eye, and you publish it on your site. Next step, we do distribute our visual assets with links in mind. So social media, even if it goes very shared or even viral on social media, does not necessarily bring too many links because it's so scattered. What brings links in our experience is Reddit, because for many reporters, journalists, bloggers, everyone who's looking for content ideas and for stories to write about, Reddit is like a homepage. There are so many stories, there are so many data, there is so many studies shared on Reddit, and that's a great way to find ideas for your content. And people who professionally create content are always seeking ideas, because it's so tough these days to find something interesting to write about. And we give them those ideas by putting our asset on Reddit. And it's not easy. You need to know the Reddit community, the subreddit community that you want to distribute it to. You don't want to break any rules. You do not want to appear spammy for just sharing links and nothing behind that. So you need to become part of those communities for that asset to have any chance to get noticed. That's why we have been developing our Reddit accounts for about 10 years now, so that they are known, they are respected, and everyone knows what to expect from them and what type of content or comments they are sharing there. So that is a very important thing to note here, is that spamming Reddit will not get you anywhere. You need to first become part of that community and know what is welcome there, what is frowned upon there, what can be moderated, what can you get out of that subreddit. So all of those parts are very important. So prior to trying to do anything on Reddit, I suggest becoming part, listening a lot, commenting to some of the threads that you have anything to say for, and just be like any community that you're part of, not just be using it, but also providing some value to that audience. That is one step of our promotion. We try and always usually succeed in getting it surfaced in Reddit, noticed in Reddit. So the other part of the promotion for the asset is always reporter outreach. We do not use any lists of blogs or reporters. We always find new ones to reach out to based on the topic of the infographic, based on the angle. So it's never scaling, it's never getting the same links all over again. It's always new outreach for every project. Also takes a lot of time to come up with effective templates or effective emails, or how to find even those reporters that welcome those submissions and those emails as well. So that's pretty much the process. I could describe in 10 minutes, but it takes up to 2 months, sometimes even 3 months, to create, produce, distribute, visualize. All of those parts takes time. None of them is scaled, but that's the process that has proven to be very effective in getting people to notice your asset, link to it, and those initial links. Some of our infographics go viral on Reddit and get spread, but not all of them by all means. But in the long run, most of them, and I think even all of them, keep getting links from that organic search visibility by people researching the topics and finding new data to reference or new image to use in their articles as well. So that's how we do it. Now, we've had a few questions when we are getting ready to this live event, and that's when we are going to address them. April is part of our infographic distribution team. So she knows much better about the process, time it takes. So my first question to April would be, what's the best and most effective way to find an idea? Because that's the fundamental part of the process. What works for you?
I'm honestly always thinking about infographic ideas, just going about my life, and I watch a lot of like documentaries, and I just always think like what am I curious about? Like what questions pop into my head? And I imagine other people probably have similar questions. So I'm like, how can we create something that can answer these questions or like explore like these curiosities and stuff? So I'm always thinking that way. And then more specifically on Reddit, Reddit's a great way to find content ideas because it's like a really transparent, genuine place where people interact, where your target audience interacts. They're people they're anonymous on Reddit, so they're just like more freely themselves, and people are like they go to Reddit for help and to ask questions. It's just like a really it doesn't seem, sometimes it can be pretty cutthroat, but overall I would say Reddit's like a pretty supportive community. So like let's say for example you have like a carport or a garage client, you could think who would buy those things, like who is this client's target audience, who would buy those things, and people with houses, people with boats, people with gardens, people who just like landscaping, that kind of thing. So you can go to those subreddits. You can go like the homesteading subreddit, the boat subreddit, the car subreddit, car repair subreddit, see what kind of things people are asking, and or you can sort by top of all time to see what did really well in those communities. You can sort by top of the past month, top of the past year to get like more recent information, more recent insights about what they're interested in. If you just go right to the subreddit and its default is just, it's called hot, and that's like the most relevant stuff, the most recent stuff, and you can see what people are talking about that way, and that can give you some ideas. Also, just like Googling keywords that you want to target, that's another way that I get ideas. Just interacting with the community, just trying to, just having empathy for the community and the audience, and trying to find out what they're interested in. Just genuinely listening to people, really, wherever they're talking. So
It is funny when you have been doing something for so many years, you just start thinking that
yeah,
way in your daily
yeah.
life as well. Like yesterday, my daughter could not remember the house Harry Potter was in. So she came to me asking that question, and I couldn't remember either. And I Googled it, and that gave me the whole new idea of the whole new
I know
news.
I saw that. That was really interesting.
Yes, so it's just like that. If we've been doing that for so many years, it's even hard to explain how we come up with ideas, because that's already how our mindset is. That's how our brain works. It's constantly, anything I do, I transition into content ideas or something to write about or something to research and then write about. So it's always like that. And another question is, how do you position your infographic on Reddit so it's not spammy, so it's useful, so that the community likes it? How do you find subreddits? Is it something you do know when you are brainstorming ideas, or maybe partly you already know what type of subreddits to target with it? Because Reddit is also your brainstorming process.
We do have like subreddits that we know that are like our go-to's that we know infographics do really well on. So we have like our core group of subreddits that we do really well with. But yeah, it's just a matter of well, just genuinely treating people on Reddit like human beings, just like respecting the humanity of everybody involved. Like when I post something on Reddit, I'll always comment something that I think could spark discussion, or that shows that I read the infographic. Like I see the value in the infographic, so I'll comment something that like expresses that I see value in it and I'm curious about it, and that I'm curious about what they think about it. Like I just try to engage, and I just don't dump a link and run away. Like you can't do that, because sometimes like actually like domains can get like blacklisted from Reddit if they think that you're being spammy. So you have to be. It Reddit takes a lot of finesse, and like I consider myself. It's my area of expertise, and same with infographic marketing. Like I've definitely developed a lot of experience on Reddit, and it takes finesse. It's not for the faint of heart. It takes time, and it's just a matter of listening to people and genuinely interacting with people, I think. And also making your accounts look authentic. Like I'll go on other subreddits and interact with people and comment. And like one thing that I do to one thing that I do is I'll go to like a long thread of people talking. I like going on like the relationship advice subreddit just to like read people's stories and stuff. And there'll be a bunch of comments, and I'll comment something on one of the top comments, and that like puts it up there and people see that, and then they'll get like upvotes. It's kind of like a little hack, but yeah, it's just being interactive, really. It's not, Reddit marketing is, you can't be lazy with Reddit marketing, really. Just
That's with any kind of good marketing. It's you cannot just keep doing something without really engaging with
mhm.
your audience or understanding it. And I think the value of being active on Reddit goes beyond just promotion or even brainstorming. You get to understand your audience better. You get, especially like that audience that, not necessarily even your target audience, but that audience that writes
Right,
about this
definitely. And
topic, is interested in it. So you want to know what those people are interested in as well, and how to better approach them. So with every infographic, with every project that we do for the same site, we accumulate that knowledge based on the interactions, comments, subreddits that we seeded in. It's not just putting it there and hoping that something happens. We fine tune our ideation, our promotion, our visualization, or even research process with every project that we do, because you somehow you learn stuff when being there. So it's not just about making your accounts natural, but it's also about accumulating the knowledge about that particular community and that particular topic as well. So it's useful on many levels. If you can afford the time to be an active and valuable member of relevant subreddits, it's not just about promoting, it's also about understanding your audience. That could help on so many levels in your product development, marketing strategy, because when engaging with people, you understand what they want, what they're looking for, which problems they are solving, and that can be reflected in your product, in your content development, in strategy, and in the linkable asset creation and promotion strategy as well.
I've definitely gotten ideas for new infographics just by reading the comments on the infographics that we put on Reddit. So you're so right about that. And I think at the end of the day, the best marketing is when you're treating people you're targeting like human beings.
And that's only going to be bigger and more important with AI, because in the matter of months, AI is going to be everywhere. It is already helping with customer support, which I'm not a fan yet because I always ask for the human being, like, give me the human representative. But it's whether we want it or not, it's going to be everywhere. All the content that is being created, videos, images, customer support, all of those assets for the business will soon be either powered by AI, or at least businesses will start using it to um, make their teams more productive and help somehow. And the response for that from consumers will be, we want human touch, we want more human touch. This is exactly the reason why Reddit has become so popular, because it's almost the only island in the internet these days that is not so much impacted by AI. They have human moderators who make sure that everything that is going on Reddit is human discussions, human, um, whether it's a business representative or whether it's just a member of the community, they are all real humans. And that's why Google is ranking Reddit so well these days, because that's the only platform they may be sure are all human beings discussing things and giving answers to problems and solutions as well. So Reddit is going to be even bigger because of that, until we come up with more platforms that are only humans. And I'm sure people, as we get more and more interactions from AI or content from AI, there will be AI influencers, they say, there will be AI communities. So the more we have AI in our lives, the more we will want that human, authentically human touch in everything we do, including communicating in forums or dealing with businesses. So that is a great point of marketing being more human driven in the age of AI.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why our infographic marketing has been so successful, because we do like carefully curate each thing we create. We factor in the people involved that we're trying to reach. Like we put a lot of heart and soul and humanity into what we make, and I feel like it's been really successful. And you mentioned before how it takes like a few months to build links, and actually, Craig sent me some data that's really compelling. In the past like year, we created about 100 linkable assets, and within the first month, on average, they received 15 links. But by the next year, on average, they had like 80 links. Well, 77.78 links. So it just, and I think a lot of that is because they do so well on Reddit too. Because like I'll be searching our infographics or searching keywords related to our infographics, and a lot of the posts that we've made for our infographics are among the top ranking things. And in fact, I, I created an infographic recently that did super well in Today I Learned, the subreddit that's like really powerful, and it's already ranking really high. Like it's already the posts that I made on Reddit are on the top, and then the infographic itself is just under those Reddit posts for like a keyword that I put in the content. And the content that we put on the page is another big part of it, I think, because I mean, when I write the content for the page, I try to be genuinely helpful. I try to like provide helpful links and answer questions people might. The infographic is regarding like how play is important for confidence in children. So I put a bunch of information about how to cultivate confidence in the infographic too. I mean, on the page too. And I think Google just really likes how helpful it is, and now it's like ranking really high for those keywords. So, and really quickly too. And that was one of my questions. Sorry if I'm just going on and on about this. That was one of my questions. Is like, since that infographic was just recently published and I just recently started promoting it, like what factors do you think made it rank so quickly? Because doesn't that typically take time for like Google to factor in the rankings and all that? Because it's been like a week and it's already up there.
Yeah, so there are maybe a lot of reasons to that. So usually not as quickly, but it depends on the how frequently that site is doing something that's attracts clicks and any other interaction. So Google may get used to that resource coming up with cool ideas, and that is available on many on many levels, because Google, with every asset that attracts links, traffic, and shares and discussions, it prompts Google to visit that site again and again. And the more often Google pays attention to the site, the quicker it's get indexed, the quicker rankings come, the quicker everything, it just treated it differently from other sites if it comes out with something great on a regular basis. That's why, yeah, that's why I said it's so important to do that consistently. Like with any marketing tactic out there, just doing it once will not accomplish much. It will get you great links, but not all the benefits that could come with doing them on a consistently basis. Another thing is that maybe the query in the eyes of Google requires some freshness. Maybe people searching for it are searching for new ways to, or new research or something new. So Google has found out that fresh content is better ranking and faster ranking for that query. So there may be a lot of reasons for that, but that's a great result for sure. And that's why also we do promotion on Reddit. One of the reasons is that Reddit ranks so well. So it creates another discovery channel for our content, because any serious journalist or reporter will go to the source. So they will actually click the link in that Reddit and go to our client site and cite in the article that page as well. So it's another very powerful discovery channel for our infographics and linkable assets to be discovered by reporters and bloggers and all that crowd that can send links. So that's definitely one of the reasons anyone should be active on Reddit these days, because that's a discovery channel. People find out about brands and products from Reddit, whether it's from Reddit itself or by searching Google. But for just about any query, there is Reddit ranking in top 5 for that. So it's a very important discovery channels these days, so not to be neglected, and we're using it in this way, but there are many ways to use it as well. Just becoming part of it is a great first
It's
step,
exciting
for
because
sure.
we've been using Reddit for marketing for a really long time, and now it feels like Google's catching up, and like
I
everyone else,
know.
everyone's
I
seeing.
know, we were definitely ahead of our time. Yes, when we started it. I guess we're running out of time, unless you have one more question we can
Oh
address.
well, I think you already addressed it. I was going to ask, like, if you think this kind of infographic marketing and Reddit marketing is more immune to being replaced by AI, and we kind of already addressed that. Or
Yes, yes, it's. I definitely think that's something AI proof and important. Moreover, even AI proof, it's important for AI. Be going viral or getting shared or getting discussed is important, because AI is only using what people we are talking about. So unless anyone is talking about a brand, AI would not know about it. So it's not just, it will survive AI for sure, because it's not going to be able to be human enough to create something that human will like so much that they will share, discuss, and link to it. But it's also helpful going forward to be highlighted in AI answers as well. If you keep giving them food and more food, and they will crawl the web, or however they are building their knowledge base, they will still be reminded of that brand and its content. So there is a much higher chance they will surface that brand in any response that they give to people. So it's definitely on many levels both AI proof and AI friendly.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's awesome.
So Gail had a question. You never mentioned how you managed to share any link on Reddit without having Redditors ban you from subreddits or maybe. I think, yeah, we touched upon this. No subreddit is the same. Some of them actually welcome links. Some of them welcome sharing something great that you created. And April, which one you mentioned earlier, the big one that you went viral on? What I found out today or what I
Oh,
learned today?
today I learned, yeah,
Yeah, I learned it's one of those subreddits that doesn't mind you sharing links.
yeah, a lot of subreddits do allow links. It's just you just have to read the rules of every subreddit. Like sometimes, like just also look at what's already there. If I look through, if I see a subreddit and it looks like there's only self posts or like not link posts, like they're just like things that people type themselves out linking to something. Um, if I see a lot of those and they're on the top, sometimes I'll just leave the subreddit because I feel like links aren't going to fly there. Just a matter of knowing the audience and observing what's going on in that subreddit. Every subreddit's different. Every subreddit, we have a list of subreddits that are we don't approach at all because they're just too volatile and we've had problems in the past with them. So it's just a matter of
Exactly. And it's also about how you share the link. Like April mentioned earlier, it's not just dropping your link and leaving, it's finding a cool comment to go with the link, a cool question, something to provoke a discussion, something that would add value to that subreddit. So it's both following the rules by all means, because it's very risky to be spammy on Reddit. So you have to be there for some time before you understand whether you can share your link, whether it's encouraged in the rules, and how you have to be. Some subreddits just say do not share your links there, so we will never do that. And other subreddits say if you found something interesting, link to it by all means, but just tell us why you are doing that, and so that it's not just a link. So it's all different. Every subreddit has its own rules, and the most important thing is to follow those rules and be part of that community.
also like building up your accounts so they look natural, and because Reddit does keep track of what your account links to, and it'll even like assign percentages if you link to a website a lot, and so you need to try to like disperse that with links to other things. Just it's just a matter of like just trying to be genuine, I guess, and finding things that are interesting to
Yeah,
you and sharing that, and but also mixing
yeah.
in client stuff.
So it's not just, yeah, it's not just sharing just your links. You need to promote others, especially that if that's something interesting. You found something, you learned something today, so share it. It's all about not just it. I think this has been true since day one when it comes to communities. If you joined a forum 20 years ago and all you did was sharing links, of course no one would tolerate that and you would be spammed and moderated. But if you join and you become part of that community, people actually love you sharing links after that. They encourage you. Sometimes I would share something in the thread and people would come up and say, share your link. I want to read this. So it has been like that for many years, and Reddit is no exception. The only difference is that Reddit is so diverse. So it's not one rule for every subreddit.
Like every
It's all
like
different.
different little forums for different topics and everybody approaches it differently. And we actually have one client that we've had for a really long time that is like kind of known on Reddit for like oh yay, a new infographic from such and such, like I love these. So like it's just a matter of building rapport and actually providing quality content that they're going to enjoy or like will evoke emotion in them, like you mentioned with the housing sizes getting smaller. Like that's a good angle because instead of saying houses have got more expensive, yeah, that's true. But when you say like this is like how much smaller houses have gotten, that makes people mad. That makes people feel ripped off. And
You actually visualize that so that it's not just words, it's something they see and feel something about that. So that's
their efforts are not like it's a common emotion that a lot of us experience, feeling like we try so hard and it's like we get less now because of the because of whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
that really resonates with people. So, and if you go to that subreddit if you like the city that ranks number one for the houses getting smaller, you could go to that city subreddit and be like, this city ranks number one for houses getting smaller with the same price, and people will love, like, in that they'll hate it, but they'll also love it because it
Mm-hmm.
sparks emotion in them. So you just have to genuinely provide quality. It has to be like actually helpful quality content. Like that's I know it's easy. That's like the key to Reddit. Yeah,
Oh, now we just sound like Google. Just build great content. This is just that easy. Just build great content. But that's the fundamental part of marketing, and our approach is no different in this way. We do want to make sure that those pages, those visualizations deserve links. They are link worthy. Unless we figure out that first part of brainstorming and designing something great, the rest of the strategy will fail. So that is, and that on that step we need to make sure it's something that deserves links. We worked hard on it and it deserves links. It's just as any worthwhile link building tactic, you need to make sure that it deserves being.
right. And it's like Reddit has like a voting system, so I think that like amplifies the element that it has to actually be good quality. It has to be like a high quality asset that's helpful for people. Like you can't Reddit. I feel like Reddit's more likely to call out if something's just like not relevant, like, or something's just doesn't add to the community. Like they're more adamant about that. So I think that also helped us kind of refine what will work, knowing what will work. We've Reddit has taught us in a way.
Exactly. That's what I said a few minutes ago, that being active on Reddit will also show you best approaches to your target audience, or the especially people that can link to you as well. So what is being discussed, what spreads. It's a long but very rewarding learning curve that you can definitely get from Reddit is one of the benefits. No, it's nothing you can measure. You spend your time there with the thought, "Hey, I'm just learning." But at the end of the day, the best things in marketing cannot be in any way measured, like branding. Brand. How strong is the brand? There is no metric that could measure that, but it's something the that should be the end goal of any marketing strategy, is to become a brand. So, and learning is
Virality comes and goes, but like a strong brand is just like priceless.
exactly, that's something you can rely on through any changes, including Google updates or AI revolution or anything like that. You can always rely on your brand, but there is no way to measure that. So I know there are many executives who need ROI for any tactic out there, but unfortunately, if you just focus on immediate ROI, you are losing the most important stuff, like building a powerful brand or learning how to do stuff. That's also the team that knows what they are doing is priceless, but you have to be investing in educating them, giving them some projects to complete so that they know something from end to finish how to do. It's time consuming and it's expensive, but it's something that in the long term you can rely on for years. Okay, I guess we're ready to wrap up. My daughter is texting me something, so I need to check that. Maybe I need to keep her up. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow at noon at X Spaces, I'll be also discussing Reddit marketing, and that's your time to also ask any questions or even join as a co host if you have anything to share or ask questions or have a discussion with me. So don't miss it's Smarty, hashtag Smarty Live on Twitter. If you want a reminder, you can follow that. But as to join tomorrow noon at Twitter X. I'm SEO Smarty there, so just find me on Twitter and I'll be doing Twitter Spaces tomorrow. X Spaces. I will never stop calling it Twitter.